Sassy last cook? And Mom was just finishing up some kimchi. How would you like to show them how that came out in your jar?
I'd love to. It is starting to make its own juice, and if I tip it like this, I can probably have a shower of the juice. See, it's starting to, see the juice coming in? And I'm going to put that, oh man, and it's starting to smell really good. So I'm going to leave it out tonight. I'll leave it out overnight, and tomorrow sometime I'll put it in the refrigerator, hopefully before it spoils. But I don't know anything about it, but I do know about fermented foods, so there's no reason why this is not going to really be good after it sits and ferments for a while. Are you ready now?
Whenever you're ready, Mom, sit down and relax, and I'm going to take the second half of this show.
She told me that I could sit down now because I'm older than she is.
Okay, get on the chair then.
Huh?
Sit.
A? A?
What are you, from Canada?
Yep. B.
All right, caramelized onions. Go ahead and try one of the darker ones, Mom. Or do you think they're disgusting?
They look terrible. I want that really, look at that black one. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that one.
Well, that might have been an oddball, but
Pick me out one. Oh, that's hot.
you want tongs? Here, you want that stupid one you just picked out?
Yeah.
All right, get the stupid one then. It's sweet, it's caramelized. Why do you think they call them caramelized onions?
Well, that just nailed my dentures together.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess it probably would have.
It's sticky. But it tastes like caramel.
No salt in it at all. There's been no salt in there. But
Oh, that's good, Colleen. The floor looks great. It'll enjoy them.
until I slip on one.
No, you got a lot more.
Wait, how many? No, Mom, those are the bolts that hold the floor down.
Sorry, they're the screws in the floor. I've lost all of mine.
Really? Oh my God. Okay, let's go back to this. Anyway, you want them to look like that. Don't be afraid of them. They're going to be beautiful. They're caramelized. Oh my gosh. Sweet. Glorious. And then you want to add it. Okay, so let's recap. You put a little bit of olive oil in. These are 2 onions, 2 big onions. From the Amish, they're organic. And they've been cooking now probably about a half an hour, so you gotta let this stuff go. Let it go, and then turn it down low and let it simmer out. So you have that, they're all set. You wanna use some sherry, splash it in, because you gotta add alcohol to everything that I do anyway. Available, affordable, onions are available, onions are affordable.
Onions have alcohol.
We've added our alcohol in there. The sherry will bring your onions up absolutely beautiful. So instead now, yes, you can use these on a steak. You can do whatever you want to do with them at this point in the game. Just let them sit in that for a minute. Push it down.
I want to taste them.
I will. Will you give me 5 seconds? It's not done yet. You're not going to burn alcohol off that quick. 5 minutes, you only lose a certain, what 90% or 5% or some ridiculously small amount.
I don't know.
You got to cook something. You got to cook something reasonable to get rid of most of it. Okay. All right, I'm not done yet, Mom. Let me get a paper towel here.
I was quicker than that.
You did a whole half-hour show, straight through,
Well,
on kimchi. So don't tell me that this took a long time.
Well, that was ridiculous, because I could have done that in 5 minutes.
No, you can't, because people don't know how to do that, Mom. They need to know. I wouldn't have known. Now, if I have to learn how to do kimchi, I would turn around and I'd watch the show.
Who knows how? I don't even know how to do kimchi, and I just did it. The only reason I don't know is because there's so many variations. I want the best kimchi in the world. However, I had to do a quick kimchi, and I want to do a quick kimchi.
All right, Gertrude, there you go.
I can eat that?
Yes, you can.
If it doesn't burn me?
It's not going to burn
Pull
you.
that off in there. I don't need all that.
It's not going to burn you.
Whoa, that's better than it was without the sherry.
That's with just a splash of sherry.
Now I can't top it off because
Oh my
my
gosh,
teeth are
did that
really
come
glued
out
together,
good.
Colleen. I can't top it off.
Well, maybe they'll like that.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, that almost turns it into more candy.
You know what? when that dish gets done,
Wow.
that is going to be dynamite.
All right. Now you can put it over steaks if you want to, but what we're going to do today is we're going to put arugula. You know I'm the arugula queen. I love arugula. So this whole rest of this arugula, Mom, we're going to use it up.
What do we do for a dressing?
There is none.
Oh, there is none?
No, those onions will take this right down, almost like a wilted lettuce.
We used to make that a lot. But now that I can't do the bacon dressing anymore, because I like pork, but pork doesn't like me. I like shellfish, but shellfish doesn't like me. So now I've had to learn to substitute. And I do a lot of substituting.
All right, so we've got the arugula in here. We're going to put our onions in.
Otherwise it would melt your cheese.
Well, no. The cheese I'm using are a cheese curd. They don't melt, Mom, that bad. That or feta. You can use cheese curds or you can use feta. Doesn't matter which one. I wake up in the middle of the night with weird things like this going through my head and I write it down.
Oh, no kidding.
I don't know, Mom. I was never a chef, but I know food. And I know flavor. That I know.
And I know weird.
No, it's not weird.
Just went that way. Huh?
It's not weird.
You're going to mix it through now and wilt the lettuce?
So what we're going to do, we're going to let it work on its own. Oh my gosh. You're not taking any of this home because you're going to want to take the whole thing home. Yeah, let that wilt down just a little bit here.
Why can't I take the whole thing home?
The arugula is peppery. The cheese is salty. The sherry and the onions are sweet. Do not add any season to this. And I'm a big season person, and you know that I am. But I would not add anything to this. This would be one of those few things I wouldn't do.
She adds a whole jar of something to it.
Well, they saw last time. No, you wouldn't want to, Mom. Not in this case. Not in this case, you don't want to.
What are we waiting for?
I don't know. Didn't know if you wanted to say anything. You usually got something to say about stuff like
no,
this.
I'm just enthralled.
Wilted lettuce. I remember when Grandma used to make that.
Yeah, and she used to make, she would cook down the bacon and the onions in a lot of oil, and then she would, that had to be really bad for you. And then she
but they lived a long time, though.
Well, they didn't live as
Well, they
long
didn't
as I'm
live
living.
as we're living, no, that's
Yeah.
true.
But she'd drizzle that over the top of the lettuce, and that lettuce would just go, you know? And it would have onions and bacon in it, and that's basically all it had, but that lettuce would just wilt. And I used to get the pork chops with all the black fat all the way around them. And then I found out that there was probably a healthier way to eat, but...
Yeah, but if you don't want to do bacon, duck bacon renders out gloriously. Alright, so here's what you want to look like. So you want it down just about like that, okay? Just so it's wilted down a little bit. I cut up cheese curds about like that. You want about that much fennel, or feta, feta. You're going to like this, Mom, a whole lot. Hang on to that bowl because I'm going to put yours in that.
You're going to give me a bowl full?
Yep, while I'm making the plantains. Here.
Give me just a little. What do you put in with your plantains? You put any fennel? Sorry. I guess that was the wrong thing to say.
I'm not putting fennel and I'm not putting feta in it either.
You're not putting anything that begins with F in it?
No. Alright. Now hold on because I want to show them what that looks like there. So we're going to leave that up in the window.
Oh, that does look good.
That's, if you plate it up, is what you're looking at.
How would you plate that if you were going to plate it?
It depends on what you're serving.
Serve it in a bowl?
No, I would put it on a regular flat plate and twist it almost like a pasta. You know when you put pasta on, you want it tall. You want this to be tall.
Decorate it with half cherry tomatoes?
You could, if you wanted to do that.
Color?
You could do that. Yep, you could do that. All right. Usually I have forks for you. What the heck did I do? Oh, you got one left, Mom.
Well, I guess that means we share a fork.
All right, Mom. No, you try it. I already know what it tastes like.
She's afraid of me. Okay. I should get a little bit of everything, right?
That should be perfect in every way, actually.
I'll probably drizzle this down my chin.
Doesn't matter. that oil on here, I gotta turn this on
Oh,
and get
here.
this oil going. Because I gotta
Alright,
put those
here we go.
plantains in. Oh, we don't need that.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna twist it like,
You don't have to twist it like spaghetti, you plate it like that. I know, it's freaky weirdness. I dreamed about it last night. I knew I was going to do
that is so good.
I knew I was going to do the caramelized onions, but I didn't know what I want. But then all of a sudden I thought, no, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
And if you want it more salty, that's better. These kinds of better, pretty salty. There are a lot of those use just a little bit more
arugula in there.
Yeah, you could.
Yes, you could.
That was all that I had.
Because I'll tell you,
You could. And use it
there
as
is so much flavor in those onions that you need to have a lot more greens.
I know. But arugula being peppery gets rid of another seasoning, so you don't have to use that seasoning like that.
Oh my God, that's good.
It came out right? Not so bad.
Not so bad. Very good.
There you go.
Right.
I'm just gonna wait till this oil comes
I
up.
knew she'd have to learn something in life, but I didn't know exactly what it's going to be.
What's really smell burning?
I've got oil coming up.
And usually I use a
I'm going to come out of here smelling like a greasy spoon.
I use wood because when it starts, if you put a chopstick in and it starts to spin around, you'll know your oil is up to where you want it.
You know it's doing the horror.
Well, you'll know that it's doing what it's supposed to do, but you should have an induction burner. If you're cooking with oil, get an induction burner because then you know you're cooking at exactly.
You'll know that it's a whirling dervish.
Well, you know you're cooking at exactly 375 degrees
Well, your spoon didn't whirl.
because it's not ready yet.
Are you going to stand the spoon? It's going to whirl?
No, but if somebody doesn't have an induction burner and they don't have a temperature gauge, how the hell are they going to know what the oil's at? Stick that little skewer in there, if it starts spinning around, you're at the right temperature.
Just a skewer, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to stick your leg in there in a minute.
She can't catch me because I'm faster than she is. I'll be out that door in a heartbeat. If I don't get laden down with grease ahead of time.
See? Nothing's happening.
Oh, we're going to French fry the...
You're going to fry them twice. These plantains are going to go in there twice.
Why? Isn't once enough?
No, you got to do them twice. Well, because then I got to smash them down. All right, I'm getting a seltzer. You want a seltzer?
Yes, I'd like one.
Let me get your cup.
I meant to bring...
It's raspberry.
I meant to bring some spring water with me.
No, I got raspberry seltzer for you.
So we waiting for the...
I'm waiting for the oil to come up, Mom. I can only go just so fast.
You can't control...
Hotter than the hinges of hell in here. Here's your seltzer.
Here's your seltzer. Here's your
It's
seltzer.
raspberry. It's really nice, too. Oh, she's almost there.
She's almost there.
Sorry to make you wait.
We're going to drop our bananas in the minute.
Now, I know you don't like canola oil. I know you don't like all these oils,
No.
but use a canola oil because it's got a higher heat point.
It has a who?
Higher heat point.
So does macadamia. It has the high.